all of the elements in a certain period or in a certain group have some things in common. So I want to take a look at what those things in common are. So if you look up here on the board, I have a periodic table or a partial periodic table of elements. Now notice it ends at row 2 and it ends at column 2 and picks back up at column 13. So just envision with me or pretend that the columns 3 through 12 are in this area right here. Now if you're familiar with the periodic table of elements, there's some places where there's a row and there's a partial break in the row. So if you look at row 2 right here, there's no boxes through here. The boxes don't start until down here. Then just pretend there's more boxes under here as well. Alright, so the first thing we're going to take a look at is the row, or we can also call that the period. And so that's boxes in a horizontal line. And in a row or period, all of the elements' outer electrons are in the same energy level. So if we look at row number 2, we have lithium and neon all in the same row through here. And as the atomic number of these elements increases, the electrons in the second energy level are being filled. Just notice here, the atomic number is 3 until we get down to neon where the atomic number is 10. So as that number increases, the electrons in the second energy level are being filled. Now the second grouping we have is the column or group. This is just two different names for the same thing. So these are elements in a vertical row. So if you take a look at column or group number 2 right here, we have magnesium and calcium and strontium and barium, all in the same row through here. And what makes things in a column and group alike is that they have the same number of valence electrons. In the outer shell. So all of the elements in the same column or group have the same number of valence electrons in the outer shell. So like I said, for example, up here you have the elements beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium, all in that same column. Now, each of these atoms is going to have 2 electrons in the outermost energy level. Elements within the same group or column have similar chemical properties as well, which are governed by the interactions of their valence electrons. And so that's why they have the same chemical properties, because what determines the chemical properties? The valence electrons. And all of the elements in the same column or group are going to have the same number of valence electrons, so that gives them the same chemical properties. So just remember, next time you see a periodic table of elements, they're just not arranged in whatever way the person wanted to arrange them in. They're in a specific way for a specific reason. And that's because all of the elements in the same row or period have outer electrons that are in the same energy level, and all the ones that are in the same column or group have the same number of valence electrons in the outer shell.